Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Denver Broncos.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Returnable here for Davis. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the... 35, they'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Brought down by Alexander Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
Check. Tighten up.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
He was brought down by Alexander Johnson.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Check, Lucky. Hey, lady. Check.
Darnold from the gun. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the shit. No. Hey, lady. Shit. Yo, lady. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. He'll air this one out for Mims. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Lock taking the snap at 1. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Lock. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
They run on first down with Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
At the 22-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Antonio Gibson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 31, Locke. Buying time to his left. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
1-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Let's go.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Ball carrier.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jets 7, Broncos nothing.
Y'all playing the wrong football. 9:51.
Here's Locke to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Locke and Sutton on the connection there for the Denver first down. On first down, Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. That catch good for only a couple.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Locke working out of the gun. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Jackson, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Darnold now to throw, and that is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. It's caught by Jackson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Jackson.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Block now on first down. Out quickly to Judy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy. And I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback. And in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun snap to Lock. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 2nd and 5 now. Lock. Now Lock, he lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the slant. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Hey,
Here's Darnold. Looking here for Smith downfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Faking the give, Darnold. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. 3rd down here.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Darnold. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Antonio Gibson, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
30-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
A.J. Hemler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Locke. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Powers through. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
Play action. It's Darnold. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
Jets 21. Broncos nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Here's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Denver.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Locke going to throw. Gets it to Gordon. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down. And 2 yards to go.
Again, it's Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Dancing to his left. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
57 to mark. 57 to mark. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Darnold. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A give to Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Alexander Johnson brings up 3rd down.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Hamler now on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. That's caught left side by Judy. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the 1st as he's dropped at the 46. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. And they're gonna bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Jordan Jenkins. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Bell. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 16, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. A pass there complete to Sutton, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now second and
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
back at the 30.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
On the play, but it brings up 4th down.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So how many different ways can we say that Von Miller is an absolute nightmare to prepare for any offense? An absolute dominant force on the defensive side of the ball. Double-digit sacks in 7 of his 9 seasons in the NFL. And when he finished the 2019 season, 2nd in total sacks in NFL history among active players, behind only Terrell Suggs. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for only a couple. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lock working out of the gun. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Able to get this to Gordon. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Complete to Melvin Gordon.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard.
From the gun, it's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
On the keeper.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, It's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first